Hello, hello, welcome back or welcome if you're new. Today we're going to find out how much we saved for the month of February with our completed savings challenges, as well as reallocate all of that money into our long-term sinking funds. So stick around, hang out with me for a little bit, and what do you think the total is going to be for our savings in February? Let's find out together. We're going to go ahead and take all of these guys out here. If you are new here, my name is Laura. I'm a teacher, a mom, a budgeter. We use a zero-based budgeting system, sinking funds and savings challenges. Oh my goodness, just like all of these to help us reach our goals. All right, February, let's do this. I also primarily use prop money in my budgeting systems as well. So what you'll see here is all prop money. I'll kind of explain how I use prop money in my different budgeting systems as well as I go. And then we'll go ahead and reallocate all of this money as well. Oh my goodness, quite a good stack here. Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side here to start. These are all of my challenges from my Tiny Wins Wednesday, my Letterbucks challenges, and my monthly savings challenges. But what I don't have in this stack is the completed savings challenges that we finished for our Freebie Fridays, as well as for our Mini Mondays. So let's go ahead and pull these out first. And let's see, I do keep these in the back of my binders that I use for Mini Mondays and Freebie Fridays. So let's start off by finding out how much we saved in each of these areas. I did go ahead and create a spreadsheet here that I'm super excited to use through the month of 2025. Actually, Julie over at Julie's Pages definitely gave me this idea when I saw her have one similar to this. And so I went ahead and just tracked all the different savings challenges that I'm working on. So I have Mini Mondays I have, which I did change the name of that, but I don't know if I could fit my new my new title of Mondays, Tiny Wins Wednesdays, Letterbucks, which I also do on the same day as my Tiny Wins, Freebie Fridays, monthly savings challenges. I would like to start group plays through 2025, so I did create a category for that, as well as some other games. Again, haven't started yet, but it's a goal of mine, and then just an other category as well. In January, I saved I saved $621 by completing savings challenges through the month of January, which was awesome. And there was a big one in there that definitely boosted that number. So I do not anticipate that we are going to have quite that high of a total for February, but let's go ahead and see how we did. Okay, so my Mini Mondays here, I have all of my completed savings challenges in the back that I just keep in a pouch here separately, and I just kind of throw them back there whenever we finish a savings challenge, and then they just sort of hang out to the end of the month here. So we went ahead and finished. Let's see, I'm going to use my calculator here as well. So I've got a $40 savings challenge here from myself, and I'll have everyone linked down below too if you want to grab any of these freebies. Everything, I believe, is a freebie here in my stack. So I've got $40 here from my challenge from my Ko-Fi account. This was a collab that I was part of with Cash Budget Retiree, Valerie there, Sarah at Sarah Saves 07, and Susan at Windmill Ridge Budgets. And this one saved, that one to giving. I didn't mark it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 10, 15. So 15 there. I didn't mark these. What was I doing there? I've got this one here from Lindsay over at Bookish Mama Budgets. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's see, we've got 8, 8, 16, 24, plus another 24. Hopefully I didn't just mess up my math. We've got $20 here. Again, this is one of my challenges. It was part of that winter collab. And then we've got a Lil's World for 16. So that gives me a total of 123 of savings for completed challenges for my Mondays. Okay, so we've got 123. Let's go ahead and we'll write that on my tracker here. So for February, for our Monday challenges, we've got $123, which was more than we saved in January for our Mini Mondays. So that's actually pretty cool. That's exciting. Wow, double just about there for our Mini Mondays challenges. So that's great. Let's go ahead and see what we saved for our Freebie Fridays. So in our Freebie Fridays challenges here, again, I keep them all in the back once they are completed on those Fridays. And let's go ahead and see what we completed in the month of February for Freebie Fridays. So it looks like just 2 here, so this is going to be a quick one. We've got a $30 here from TeacherMomBudgets myself, and then I've got a $25 here from Canadian Finance Journey. So that gives us a total of $55 saved for our Freebie Friday savings challenges. Oop, dog shaking it out back there. So let's go ahead and mark that off. So $55 there for our Freebie Fridays. And again, we actually completed more, saved more at the end of February than we did January. That is so cool. Wow, I did not expect that at all because I wasn't totally consistent with creating videos on Mondays and Fridays throughout the month. So that's awesome. Wow, I'm surprised. That's really cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull my Letterbox challenge here because I know we do have one, because we'll go ahead and we'll separate that from the rest of them. So Letterbox here, I just finished one Letterbox challenge. Now this is a challenge that I do complete in real cash. You'll see that on my Wednesday videos for my Tiny Wins Wednesday, but I do go ahead and put that cash back into the bank, and then I use my prop money to use as my placeholders that represents that money, and I then shift it over into our high yield savings account because this money will be going to our girls category in that high yield savings account. So we just finished one Letterbox challenge through the month of February, so we'll go ahead and put $25 there. I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side because this essentially will be going to our family category in our high yield savings account, and we've got other challenges that will also be part of that category, so we'll go ahead and add that money there. Okay, next up here, let's go ahead and pull all of our tinies. So these are all of our monthlies here, so kind of shuffle through here. I know we have a couple of tinies that we did finish in February. These are all monthlies. There we go, there's our tinies. These are all monthlies as well. Okay, let's move these off to the side here. So it looks like we finished 1, 2, 3 that are all going to go to different categories here as well. So we've got, let's go ahead and see what we saved here for our tinies. So I've got a $12 here. This was a part of that winter collab that I mentioned earlier with Sarah Saves 07, and this was one of her tinies that she created, and Valerie, Cash Budget Retiree, and Susan at Win-Win Budgets. And this is one of Valerie's contributions to that same collab. So we have $15 there. And then we had a challenge here from Joe over at CBA Mom Saves. That was $10. So that is $37 saved for tinies. So let's go ahead and write that down. 37. Before we start unclipping all of this money and putting it into the various categories that it's going to be transferred to in our high yield savings account, those other categories, we'll go ahead and get a total here for our monthlies, and then we'll go ahead and unclip all of these and put them into their other categories. So for our monthlies here, we'll start adding them up. We've got a 16 here from Save It Mel. We've got, these are sticking together here. We've got a $12 from Doodle Dollar. We've got Books and Finances for another $12. We've got one here from Sarah Saves 07 for $21. We've got one here from Amy by Nature for $12. And No More Drama Llama Savings for $12. We've got one here, $10 with Budget with PJ. A $16 from Vicky Thinks. A $16 from Buttercup Budgets. $8 for Emergency, and some of these you'll notice, like this wasn't a completed challenge, but for my monthlies, I just go ahead and close it out at the end of the month, because then I like to start with a new theme for the new month and new challenges to go along with that theme. And then I've got here a $16 from Julie's Pages, and $8 from Ellie on Earth, $20 from myself, Teacher Mom Budgets, $14 from Cash Stuffing Co., and then we've got $10 from What's Poppin' Sunshine. So that gives us a total of $203. Let's go ahead and write 203 on our monthly challenges here. 203. So not quite as much here for January, but we had a big one that we finished in January, so I'm not totally surprised by that number. Let's go ahead and add up all of our totals here for all of our challenges through the course of the month, and let's see what we saved as a total for February. Okay, so I've got $443 as our total save for January. I'm sorry, for February. I'm actually really surprised by this number here, 443. I did not anticipate that we would have completed that much at the end of February. January, we had a big one that we finished, so I knew that number was going to be high. But February, wow, this just, this shocks me. And it's exciting and it's very motivating as well, because I didn't feel like I was as consistent as I have been with savings challenges through the course of the month. But that's huge. That's a really big number, and that's something that makes me feel really proud. So next up, let's go ahead and put all of these savings challenges into their appropriate category, because now, like I said, all of this money is prop money. And so right now, all of this money is just residing in my savings challenge category in my high yield savings account. And so now at the end of the month, when we reallocate this, I'll go ahead and shift it into the categories, the other categories that we have for our long-term savings in my high yield savings account. And then within those categories, we have separate envelopes, and I'll go ahead and decide what sinking funds I want to go ahead and put them in. Now I'm going to go ahead and use kind of a tracker here as well, so that we can make sure that our totals are all remaining as they should. So the categories that this money will be moved to is our family category, pets, education, holidays, home, vehicles, travel, and emergencies. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 different categories we have, or at least that we use for our savings challenges in our high yield savings account. So this money will be shifted over from that savings challenge category into each of these categories depending on how much we saved for them. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. We'll start with our tinies here and start getting these unstuffed. So we've got $15 here, and that's going to go to pets. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of just keep a running tally. So pets is going to be our second, and I'm going to use my cash tray here to kind of divvy out the different categories as well. Pets is going to be second. Whoops, we've got, this one is going to go to home, and this was $12. That's going to be going to home. So let's see, education, holidays, and home is going to be that one there. And this one is going to be going to education. We've got $10 going to education. So education comes right after pets. And then this is going to our girls savings accounts, which is actually in our family category. So this is going to be $25. That is going to that. Okay, let's go ahead and start moving on to our other ones from our monthlies. So we've got a pets here for $10. So $10 for pets, and that is our second category there. We've got vehicles, and this is $14 going to vehicles, and that's going to go right behind home. We've got another home here, and this is going to be $20 for home. Okay, so $20 for home is going to be there. We've got another $8 that's going to go into family. I'm sorry if this little tracker makes no sense to you at all, but I'll add up all the numbers at the end, and then we'll double check and make sure we've got everything. So education's going to get another 16 here. Maybe I'll just put little commas in between so we know these are all separate. I know they're all separate, but so education here. So 1, 2, 3 is our third column. Emergency is going to get 8. Emergency is on the board. Just $8, and that doesn't have, I only have 7 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So emergency is just going to hang out in the back there. All right, we've got 16 going into pets, another 16 for pets, and that is our second category there. This is 16 that's going to emergency. Hey, emergency's back on the board. That just goes in the back. Holidays is going to get $10 here, and that comes right after education. Holidays is getting a shout out there. That's great. Vehicles is getting another 12. All right, so vehicles is getting 12, so that's going to go here. Travel's on the board now with 12, and that's our last spot here in the 7 spot. Family's getting a little bit more here. Family's getting 21. I'm actually going to put a line under that 25 because I need to make sure I remember that's going specifically to girls. So, which most of the categories in our family account is for them anyway. But just so I remember here, we've got $12 going to travel. Another $12 going to travel here. And we've got $12 going to holidays. All right, so holidays, we got family, pets, education, holidays, and then last but not least here, we've got, another 16 to holidays. There you go, holidays kind of coming up strong there at the end. Family, pets, education, and holidays. Okay, so let's do some math here, and we're gonna go ahead and put all that off to the side, paper clips out of the way. Let's do some math and make sure we've got everything here. So 25, 8 plus 21, that's going to be $54 total going into family. 15, 10, and 16 is going to be 41 going to pets. We've got 10 and 16. I could probably do that math in my head, but we've got the calculator. That's 26. We've got 10, 12, and 16. Oh, hang on. 10 and 12 and 16 is 38 going to holidays. And then we've got 12 and 20. Again, math I could probably do in my head, but we got the calculator handy. 14 and 12. We've got 26. That's going to be going to vehicles. 12 and 12 is 24. I know. That's going to be going to travel. And then emergencies, we got 8 and 16. We've got another $24 going to emergencies. Okay, so I did go ahead and check. So all of this total is $265 because this is a combination of our Tiny Wins Wednesdays, our Letterbucks, and our monthly challenges. So these three categories, the money is in our high yield savings account, it's in our savings challenge category, and now we shifted to those other 8 categories that we were just dividing the money up. So I went ahead and added these 3 numbers, and that is $265. I went ahead and added up my numbers here, and that is $265. So thumbs up, we're on the right track. So let's go ahead and start grabbing our binders and let's start reallocating this money here. So I'm going to keep using this here to make sure that we are on the right track in terms of what we have. Let's start grabbing these binders here and let's start reallocating some of this money here. So our family category is going to be our first one here, and we should have $54 for family. So let's go ahead and make sure that we have that. Okay, so let's see, it's 25. Just make sure we get all of our money in the right order here. So $54 should be our total. We've got 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. That matches, which is fantastic. Okay, so $25 is going to be going to our girls envelope. So we have 2 envelopes here for our 2 daughters, one G and one N. Okay, so we do need to put $25. I'm actually going to take these 5s because I want to split it up a little bit. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're going to go ahead and put $5 into our envelope here. And then we're going to go ahead and put the 10. Yeah, G's getting a little bit more than N. Don't tell them. And we'll go ahead and put that there. Next time around, we'll go ahead and we'll have to make it a little bit more even, right? But for now, we'll go ahead and do that. Just don't tell them that G got a little bit more than N this time, okay? So now we've got 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, and $29 left. And my other categories here, we just have summer school. And yeah, for sure, it's all going to summer school and camps because that is coming up very quickly, and we definitely need to save some money for the different sports camps and music camps that they're going to be doing. So now our summer school and camps has 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, and 59. Now I do not count my envelopes for my girls. I just tend to keep that a little bit more private for the separate savings that we have for them. Okay, so $54 went to family. Now, what I'll be doing after this video is I've got my totals here for what I need to move. So again, all of this money, this $265, sits in my savings challenge category in my high yield savings account. But one of the reasons why I do this breakdown is now I know, okay, $54 is going to get moved from savings challenges to family. And then I went ahead and designated it to the different envelopes, separate envelopes that we have in that category of family. So that's why I love this tracker as well, because now I know exactly how much I have to shift over to those categories. So our next category here is pets, and we've got $41, or should have $41, that is going to pets. Lots of 5s here. We definitely need to do a condensing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 41. So let's take a look at our categories here. We've got vet visits, dog care, vacation visits, our breed test that we'd love to get done, and pet needs. All right, I think I'm going to split this one up as well. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to go ahead and put $20 into vet visits because we definitely need to continue to work on this. This is one of those sinking funds that we do add money to every pay period, but the savings challenges just kind of help us out a little bit more. So now our vet visits has 1, 2, 3, 400, 450, 500, 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 500, 510, sticking together, 520, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41. So 541. So I know that our wellness checks for our pups is coming up in the summer. So that's definitely going to help continue to save for those vet visits that I know are coming. And this envelope is primarily for those wellness checks. Hopefully we don't have to make any other vet visits for things that are unexpected, but we also have a pets emergency fund that we can also use. And clearly my dog is making himself known back there too. We're going to put the other in our dog care vacation visits because I know that we are going to be going away just for a couple days this summer, and we're going to need some extra care for our pups, someone to come over. So we're going to add that here. So that was another, 21, right? So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41 now in our dog care vacation visits. So that's going to be super helpful. We've got someone who comes and helps with our dogs while we're away at work on weekdays, and so the same person is able to help us out on vacation visits, which is wonderful. So during the summer, primarily we don't have regular dog care because my husband and I are both teachers, and at least one of us tends to be home, or our girls tends to be home to take care of the dogs. But when we do go away, we do need some of that extra money there for that. Okay, next up is our education category. So education should have $26 that's going to be going towards it. Let's see here. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 26. We do. I already know where this is going. This is going to school registration fees. There is no question about this one. This is one that we are also saving for every pay period, but we did get a little bit behind, and so we definitely need that extra money to give that a little bit of a boost because these registration fees are coming up. So now this envelope has 100, 200, 220, 240, 260, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 300, 305, 310, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 315. That is awesome. We are super close now to what we need for those school registration fees. Ooh, we're getting closer. So that's definitely very helpful. Okay, we need to switch binders here. That is the 3 categories that reside in this binder. All of my black binders do designate money that is in our high yield savings account. If you are curious about all of my binders, I do have a video that I created that goes over all of the binders I use for this year, at least currently, and kind of explain all of my systems in a little bit more detail. I'll have it linked down in the description down below, so if you want to check that out, that will be available to you. All right, so holidays is next up. $38 is what we should have for holidays. Let's go ahead and put this in order and give it a count. Let's see here. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and 38. Boy, I love when everything adds up. Okay, let's take a look. St. Patrick's Day, I think we're going to add a little bit to St. Patrick's Day here. Well, actually, St. Patrick's Day is pretty good. We don't do anything super, like, out there crazy for St. Patrick's Day, 30, 40, 50, but we do tend to do corned beef and kind of splurge on a nice dinner for St. Patrick's Day. Let's see. So, but definitely we want to save for Easter as well. I'm just going to go ahead and let's go. We got 38. Let's go ahead and just throw $8 into St. Patrick's Day. I think we'll be fine, and anything that we don't use, we can then just kind of roll it over to another holiday if we want, or just leave it for next year. So we've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, and 65. So that should be plenty on the different foods and things that we want to get. That's a little bit special for St. Patrick's Day. And that leaves us with 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We're going to go ahead and put that in Easter and start getting a jump start on Easter. That's definitely something we need to be saving for. We don't, again, go crazy for Easter. Christmas is definitely our biggest holiday expense, but we definitely need to start saving for that. So what's nice is with these envelopes in these categories, so in my high yield savings account, my holidays category, there's a total that I'll see when I log into my account that will show me how much is in my holidays category. But for me, I love the breakdown of the individual envelopes so that I can go ahead and know like how much money specifically do I have saved for Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day or Easter and so on and so forth. And what I can also do, so Valentine's Day, we didn't use all the money that I had saved for Valentine's Day. So now I can make that decision decision and keep it here in this envelope, or maybe I want to shift it over to the next upcoming holiday or to a holiday coming later on in the year. And I don't have to do anything in terms of online transfers. All of this money already is sitting in that holidays category in that high yield savings account. So I can shift the money any way I want in these envelopes because it's all in the same, the same bucket, the same category. All right, moving on here to home. We've got our home category here. Let's see, $32 we should have for home, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, and 32. We are on a roll. Everything has been accurate. We're going to go ahead and throw this in home repairs. Ooh, home repairs or outdoor. We're noticing we're definitely going to need some work on our fence. We had a massive kind of windstorm recently, and yeah, some of our posts are struggling. So I'm debating, especially with springtime coming in the summer. Let's go ahead and throw it in home repairs right now. Again, I can always shuffle it around if I need to. And, we definitely are going to need more than just the $32 to work on our fence. But let's see what we have. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43 is what we have in home repairs. We had to pull the money from this recently too. We've had some home stuff pop up, so we are definitely trying to rebuild that. All right, moving on to another binder. So this one just has our holidays and home in there. And so our next one here, vehicles. Vehicles should have $26 going towards it. Let's make sure, get it all in order. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Boy, everything's been on the money. That has been awesome. $26. Registration renewal, we are good because we save for this every pay period, ongoing. Lease renewal, car repairs. You know what I think? Let's go ahead and throw it all in car repairs. Actually, I take that back. We're going to go ahead and put, let's see, we have 26. We're going to go ahead and put $10 into lease renewal. This is a drop in the bucket, which we don't need for quite some time. Couple years here, but we're going to go ahead and add a little bit there. Oh, I can go ahead and count it here too. So we've got 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76. And then we'll go ahead and put the other in car repairs. We've got 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. We don't use this for like oil changes and things like that, but some of the bigger maintenance or bigger issues that we might have, we use this for, which again, we had something come up recently, so we definitely have to kind of refuel this as well. And if the need comes, we could always, again, shift that money. If something happens, we could always shift the money from lease renewal into car repairs since we have time for this if we needed to. All of that money is in the same category. All right, then we've got vacations. It says vacations here, travel here. It is the same thing. So we should have $24 for travel, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. We do. This is definitely going to go into family travel. I know that for sure, as we are hoping to take a little trip just for a couple of days as a family this summer. It's definitely getting harder and harder as our girls are getting older, teenagers, and different activities and things that they're getting involved in, but we're going to try to get away for a couple of days. So now family travel has 50, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12. So 112. Again, drop in the bucket, but these drops in the buckets definitely add up as time goes on. Last but not least here, emergencies. So we've got a couple envelopes for emergencies here, and we've got $24, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So we do have all of our separate emergency funds here. So pet emergency fund, home emergency fund, car emergency fund, and then we are trying to save another $1,000 for our main emergency fund. So this is our envelope where we're working towards that $1,000 there to add. So let's go ahead and do, okay, it's going to sound silly, but we're just going to put the $4 into our pet emergency fund. Our pets are getting older. At least one of them is definitely aging. And so we definitely worry that we might have some unexpected costs coming up for her. I mean, she's 8. So we've got we've got years, but you just never know. You know, she's a rescue too, and so we're kind of gauging on age, and so you just never know. So we got 100, 120, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So pet emergency fund, 124, and then we're going to go ahead and put this other 20 into our $1,000 emergency fund. Or maybe should we split it up and at least put something in the others? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and put $5. Again, drop in the bucket. It might sound silly, I know, but let's put $5 in our home emergency fund, $5 in our car emergency fund. Just that motivation of we've started, right? It's just a little something. And we'll go ahead and put that other $10 into our goal of earning another 1,000 into our main emergency fund. So now that gives us 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. All right, so again, just a little bit that just adds something to that. That is our goal, to get to another $1,000 to add to that main emergency fund, and we'll see if we can get there. All right, so that's going to do it with our reallocation and our savings for February. Thankfully, everything went ahead and worked out in terms of our totals. So everything that we said that we had is exactly what we had here designated, and we went ahead and made those decisions on what sinking funds, what envelopes we wanted to go ahead and put that money towards. So now I know I need to go into my high yield savings account, and I need to transfer that $265, break it down, and transfer these amounts from our savings challenge category into our other categories in our high yield savings account as we went ahead and designated that money. So I hope you enjoyed watching my full savings for February for my savings challenges, as well as seeing the reallocation of this money also. I'm really surprised by this number again, 443. That's pretty surprising to me, but really motivating and really exciting. It just proves that these savings challenges, even saving these little amounts, just $10, really does add up over time and makes a greater impact. So I'm very proud of myself. I'm extremely happy with that number. So yeah, let's see what we can do in March. Let's do this. If you haven't yet subscribed, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would do so. Give me a like and a comment down below. Let me know how your February savings was. Again, little amounts add up. I tell you, it's crazy. And let's go ahead and tackle March. Take care, be well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.